Remember, optimism says, yeah, I can see how this can happen. I can get a picture of how God would work this out. The pieces are there and I can make it out. But what hope says is, I really have no clue how God is going to accomplish this. Sure, there's pieces there. There's elements where he might do it that way. But hope says that I'm not putting my trust in the circumstances and the way that I could see it happen. I'm putting my hope in God, knowing that he can accomplish it even when there doesn't even seem to be a way forward. This should be the way that I approach God in all things. It's difficult for me at times. I imagine that it's difficult for some of you as well. We see the way that God should do it in our view, and then those pieces begin to fall away. Those pieces all of a sudden are no longer part of the picture, and we think, God, you missed your chance. God, you missed your best opportunity using that person or that circumstance. You could have accomplished it in that way. How come you didn't do it in that way? This is so common with God, that the way that we see that he could work isn't the way that he often does work. How many times have I heard Christians say, boy, God could really accomplish something if that person got saved and was on his team. Do I realize God's team is the way it's put together, and he's going to use the most ridiculous of circumstances. He's going to use the smallest of people. He's going to use the most meager of means to accomplish things. And the scripture would tell us the reason he does this is because he will share his glory with no one. All glory will go to Jesus Christ. All praise will go to God himself, not because he was able to somehow land somebody of great influence and power and wealth to accomplish his purpose. Lucky God, he got the right person. There'll be none of that in God's kingdom. There'll be none of that praise lifted up to mankind. It will all be glory to Jesus Christ for the way that he accomplishes his purpose for the smallest of people, using the smallest of means and showing himself great through them. We see this even in the most recent of our elections, and I know we're past it and we're ready to be through with it, but how many Christians said, God, you can do something great with this person in office. God, you can do something great if this person has power and authority. And I often think God says, no thank you, I have my own way. I have my own person, and that person, that man or that woman's not even on your line of vision. You don't even know they exist, and yet I'm going to accomplish my purposes through them. Listen, it's most often seen God's going to accomplish his purposes not by us putting the puzzle pieces together, but simply by saying, Lord, you know what? Your ways are so much higher than my ways. Your thoughts higher than my thoughts. I don't have a clue how you're going to accomplish it, but I have hope in you, not in the circumstances, not in another person, but I have hope in you that you can accomplish it even when there seems to be no way.